From rumors about a potential fallout with Sam Levinson to not being satisfied with her storyline in Season 2, a lot has been speculated about her departure from the show. But recently, Barbie Ferreira revealed the real reason why she left Euphoria. The actress didn't want her character to be reduced to the fat friend prototype. Fat Amy from Pitch Perfect, Megan from Bridesmaids, and even Alice from Rough Night all have one thing in common. They portray the stereotypical fat friend whose sole purpose of existing is to provide comic relief and further the main character's storyline. Now, imagine having the glorious, confident, and sexy Kat being reduced to just that. The thought seems a little unbearable to all of us. Who thought the Kat storyline challenged the mainstream representation of fat women? And so it's pretty natural for Barbie to be scared that her character might end up being the fat best friend. Especially given that in Season 1, we got to see her have her own extremely captivating storyline. Fans loved seeing Catherine become a more confident version of herself. It was a delight watching her embrace and explore her sexuality. But her character in Season 2 seemed to be a washed-up version of the first. And that's precisely why Barbie felt as if Kat no longer had a place where she could go on the show, particularly not one that would do justice to the character. When speaking to Dax Shepard in a recent episode of Armchair Expert, the 26-year-old opened up about her departure from HBO's super hit Euphoria. She explained that she didn't want Kat to be reduced to a mere stereotype. And while there was a lot of the character they could have explored, it no longer fits into the storyline of the show. The thought of being reduced to the trope was so unbearable for the actress that she simply decided to take her leave. And from what we've heard, Kat's departure from the show was a mutual decision. The actress announced her leave in August in the form of a very emotional farewell post on her Instagram feed. She explained how hard it was for her to bid farewell to the enigmatic and special character she had played for 4 years. Her goodbye was indeed a teary-eyed one, and fans all around the world were a little devastated. A lot of people were left wondering why Euphoria would be willing to let go of a character who had so much potential. But if Barbie's recent interview with Dax Shepard has shown us anything, it's that perhaps had she continued to do the show, Kat's storyline would have deteriorated only further. This is precisely the reason why she chose to leave on a high note. The showmakers also understood why she didn't want to be pushed to the margins of the show, and so they respected her decision to leave. But all of this has got me wondering, did Ferreira leave the show after her disappointment with Kat's storyline in Season 2 of Euphoria? Everyone who has seen the show knows that the star of this season was hands down Cassie. She literally took the limelight. This ultimately meant that everyone else's screen presence got a little dulled down in comparison. But that being said, fans couldn't help but notice that Kat literally had no storyline of her own this season. Her most prominent role on screen was the time when she faked a terminal illness so that she could break up with Ethan. A lot of people thought that her character seemed confused and very different from what we had seen earlier. She went from knowing exactly what she wanted to fully self-sabotage her healthy relationship because it wasn't fun enough for her. Can you guys see what Barbie means when she says she felt as if Catherine no longer fit into the show's storyline? We even had several fans complain about the fact that Kat only had like 4 lines in the entire season. But as it turns out, there might be a reason behind her reduced screen time. Did Barbie and Sam have a falling out during the shoot of Season 2? The actress's dismay over her storyline started way before the season ever came out. Do you remember the anonymous insider details we were getting from the Insta account Dumois? They got an anonymous tip that revealed that Barbie wasn't really vibing with Levinson this season. In fact, they had a very serious falling out, and that led to the actress leaving the set. Of course, Levinson wasn't going to let this go. He ended up significantly reducing her lines and her screen time. Rumors suggested that the whole Barbie-Levinson drama made it impossible for the actress to keep working with the director. So much so that she decided it was best to take her leave. But then again, these were only speculations. The Euphoria star clarified that there was no feud between herself and the director. When speaking to Shepard, the 26-year-old expressed her frustration over being pulled into drama she never asked for. She explained that she chose to remain silent up until now because she didn't want to fuel the rumors, but people really shouldn't believe everything they read online. According to Barbie, there was never a feud between Levinson and herself, nor did she walk off set. It bothered her that this whole story had taken a life of its own, and so she decided to set the record straight. But Ferreira did mention that she felt as if Levinson didn't really relate to Kat's character, and that was part of the reason why her storyline declined. She believed that the director liked working with characters he understood better, and Kat was a tricky subject. Her statement makes it clear that she felt as if the showmakers didn't do justice to her role. For her, the character was very special, and she didn't want to see it get ruined. She thought she had clearly overstayed her welcome, and it was upsetting to see fans get upset at her storyline in Season 2. It made sense to just quit instead, much to her fans' dismay. But she's not the only Euphoria actor that shared the sentiment. Remember McKay? The guy who played Cassie's love interest and Nate's bestie in Season 1. He wasn't just easy on the eyes, but also had a lot of potential as a character. But in Season 2, we didn't really get to see him. And this wasn't a fact that went unnoticed by fans. When speaking to the Daily Beast, Algie Smith talked about how he didn't really know he wasn't that present in Season 2. The actor was unsure about his future in Euphoria, and said that this was a question only Levinson could answer. He did mention that he would love to explore his character a bit more in Season 3, but it was clear that at the end of the day, it was all about Sam's vision. And with McKay absent and Kat gone, the show has already lost two very interesting characters. Now, there are rumors that Alexa Demie might also have less screen time next season, because Maddie did mention leaving town, and there's no way to verify this information just yet. It could just very well be a rumor. That being said, we're not even fully certain if Ashtray would make a comeback. And yes, we didn't see a body, but can we really expect someone to survive that many gunshots? The shooting of the new season is expected to start later this year, and we can't expect to see the show return anytime before 2024. But with so many promising actors leaving the show, it's safe to say that Euphoria's future seems a little uncertain. That being said, this is all I have to say about Barbie Ferreira revealing why she left Euphoria.